So, you know, when we start talking about food plots, you have to ask yourself, what are the benefits of food plots? One of them is it provides additional forage for deer during a nutritional, stressful period. That means fall food plots we're talking about. So as we come to this time of year, we're at the door of planting food plots, okay? I mean, we're right there, 1st of September, some people will start planting. I think that's a little too early, but toward the end of September is probably better, but we're right there at the door of it. So we're at a stressful time because of all the forbs that deer have been feeding on all year. Senescence in plant life is starting to die down, and the quality has gotten low. It creates habitat diversity through openings, increased edge, and plant diversity that would otherwise not exist. You need openings because when you start out in a plantation, it's a lot of light coming through, and everything is light dependent. So if you get light, you get a flush of forbs, and that's what you need to manage whitetail deer. It creates shooting venues to control herd population and general hunting. One of the first things you always ask, how big should my food plot be? You know, that's the answer to that is it depends. It depends on a lot of things, really. What is your objective? So what is your objective? Is it to just create a shooting venue for deer, or is it actually maybe to improve the habitat through additional forage? So that would, you know, depending upon how you answer that question, that would vary greatly on what we're going to plant. Is it a fall or a summer plot? That may also, you know, depend upon how you're going to, what size plot you're going to do. For instance, if you've got good woods around you that's being thin and it's got a good forage base, you may not need a very big summer plot, or maybe not one at all. Okay. So, but in fall, you're probably going to need a bigger plot. So depending on whether you're planting fall or summer, could depend on a lot of factors, but that can determine also the size of your plot. What's your deer density? I mean, if you've got a lot of deer, you're going to need a bigger food plot. If you plant an acre food plot and aid it to the ground, it's not big enough, okay? I mean, most places you should be able to have a 2.5, 3 acre plot and have pretty adequate growth. If they're eating that down, you just got too many deer. So deer density is going to play a big role in that. What's your surrounding woods like? And you'll hear me say this several times as we go through the talk tonight. Food plots are supplemental feeding. That's what they are. They're not. Everybody likes to talk about them, and they like to plant them, myself included, because they're fun, and they provide a lot of those venues that we talked about, but they're still supplemental feeding. If you're managing deer, it's all about your surrounding woods. I mean, if you've got 500 acres or 200 acres or whatever, and you've got a 2 acre food plot, I mean, that 2 acres, I mean, let's face it, it's insignificant in the big picture, other than providing some supplemental feed. So just keep that in mind. We talk about this is all supplemental. But a general recommendation, 1 to 3 acres. I mean, if you can plant that, you're in the ballpark of what a decent food plot would be. I've seen half-acre plots work fine. Some people plant small, and depending upon your objective, it may work out for you. If you're going to try to sustain any forage base, you're going to need a little bigger plot.